We must never avert our eyes. We cannot afford to look away. Ladies and gentlemen, our search for answers is threatened by efforts to scramble our understanding of what took place in Rwanda in 1994. Even after the loss of 1 million of people, the displacement of thousands of men and women and children, hundreds born out of rape, and numerous other losses, there are still people who try to promote the lie that the facts of the genocide are up for debate.
The peace that was meant to be.
We must together continue to reflect on the events of 1994 in Rwanda and reaffirm our collective commitment that genocide never again occurs. We must together continue not only to remember the victims, but as part of the global community, honor them by assuming the responsibility to prevent the horror of mass atrocities and genocide from occurring again.
Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.
Even today, we're still haunted by the memories of those 100 days in which neighbor turned against neighbor, friends became enemies, and priests, nuns, and pastors actively participated in the killing of those who had sought refuge in churches. I was 9 years old when the genocide began in April of 1994. Before the genocide, I was generally a happy child. I had parents, 6 siblings, a dozen of uncles and aunts, and many more cousins and friends. I was always surrounded by family members, and I don't remember a time when I was ever alone or lonely.
Lift up mine eyes to the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord.
In the 90s, Rwanda was rough of violence and hatred on so many faces. Tutsi were afraid to mingle, to even meet one another and talk. More than 2 people were not allowed to stand together in a public place. There is no doubt the genocide against Tutsi in Rwanda was planned and executed by the Rwandan government. Militia were trained, weapons were distributed, machetes were imported, and hate media were created. Tutsi were labeled as cockroaches, a step in the process of deconstruction of the Tutsi group, destruction of the spirit of the will to live, and life itself.
Night, he will restore thy soul.
The Republic of Rwanda is the world leader in Kwibuka, in teaching people how to remember and never forget. No other country and no other civilization has shown the world that the memories of the past will not deter a future, but rather these memories have strengthened our resolve, have set the stage for hope, for growth, and for the rebuilding of a culture that makes Rwanda the shining star of all of Africa.
20 years is no time at all in the life of a country. Generations represented by the young people here today who were able to impress us by their art, as well as the generation yet to be born. We need to carry on the journey that we have started. While we invite all of you present here today to be part of this journey, I would like to send my gratitude to the United States government for standing with us today, both in the country, in Rwanda, and here in this room, as we remember and honor our loved ones. We thank you very much for showing support like you have done since 1994. Finally, although today marks a somber moment to many of our friends and family, I'm understandably proud of my people who have faced the challenges head-on and thus have become contributing agents to their own destiny. I'm humbled by the fact that we now live together in a peace guaranteed by the binding forces of mutual respect and love. I thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.